We got plenty of time to regret this later, right? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do in the meantime? Thinking about this, I uninstalled even more stuff. Sorry for any adult games that pop up in this list. Check out all the space I got. Storage. Look at that. It's like 100 gigs between the two. I could shift games over now and I'd have way more space. There were two games I was like, I should have these on here. It was, oh, I was thinking about putting Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 4 on here. Right there. It's like 15. It's not too bad. But then I kind of talked myself out of it because I was like, well, if I do that, I could put 5 on there. Well, I want to put 5 on there, might as well free up even more space. So 5 is 45 gigs, but that game has, I don't know any of this mechanics after season 2. Like when they gave you the option to choose your V trigger and stuff, I don't know anything about that. And then you got 6, which 6 is almost 100 gigs. See, that's the issue. What's Strive? That's not too bad. Strive is 30. But I haven't played Strive in forever. And again, if I was gonna play Strive, I would probably rather play XR. So I'll just leave it like this. I'll keep freeing up space as time goes on. All right, what are we doing? Could do another Hatsune Miku song. Maybe not, because I can't really hear it right now. This, when I was talking about Pragmata, kind of reminded me of Blue Stinger. This right here looks straight up like a Lost Dreamcast game, or like a PS1 game, or maybe like a early PS2 game, like that. What was that game? Dark Cloud. It's like a game from Dark Cloud times. You know what? That's the answer. We'll go with Big Box. Yeah, we'll do this.
Initializing big box.
Do these work? I'm gonna have to make a text list of what works and what doesn't work. I don't mean games individually. I mean like I need to try to load up like 3 games for these consoles I never play to see what's playable. Panzer Dragoon. Let's go here. Let's start here. Launch with. Okay. See if this works. I know what it's doing right now. I don't know why it's doing that. I thought it was supposed to launch with RetroArch. Weird. Okay. Yo, they've got achievements. Sweet. They skipped my bio screen. All right, so I haven't mentioned this in a while. This was the game that made me want a Saturn. I wanted a Saturn to begin with because I had a Sega Genesis and I didn't have a CD or 32X, but I had seen the games for them. I went to some kid's birthday party, and he had rented a Sega Saturn, and he had that Skeleton Warriors game and like something else. I was into Marvel, like X-Men, and I liked fighting games. I like Street Fighter, and I remember seeing Children of the Atom, like the box for it, and wanted to play it. But I rented that, and I rented this, and this made me want a Saturn so bad because it was like a cartoon. I don't think the game is amazing. You'll see. But like, imagine this being the 90s, and this is, you're looking at like a Super Nintendo, and you see this.
Astal protected her fiercely, sometimes too fiercely. He caused Lita shame and sorrow. Still, she loved him. Lita loved Astal. After creating this world, Antawas slept and didn't see the danger to come. As she slept, the evil god Gerardo stole her creation. He sought to change the world to suit his wicked tastes, but Lita and Astal resisted. So Gerardo made his own human, Geist, and told him to destroy Lita. Geist took Lita to the bottom of the sea. Astal pursued them in a rage. In his desperation to rescue Lita, Astal cracked the bottom of the ocean. Lita was free, but the ocean was ruined. The battle awakened Antawas. When she saw what Astal had done, she banished him. But Lita took pity on Astal and gave him her jewel. After banishing Astal, Antawas battled Gerardo and defeated him. And Antawas slept again.
Sega Lord X. Is that what this is from? I didn't know. I mean, back at this time, didn't really understand what Japanimation was. It was a section in the video store, like, oh, hey, we've got Japanimation here. I was like, what's that? They would have Ninja Scroll and like Akira and like 5 or 6 other movies. Maybe you get lucky and they have like Bubblegum Crisis. All right, so the way this game works is, let's see. The way this game works is not like this. Go ahead and switch these controls. Port 1. Okay. What it should be is, this will be, I'll go A, B, C. So I'll go A, B, C. Set this to X, Y, Z. I think this is good. I think this is good. I think this fixes the issue. All right, so. Okay, so what happens with the Saturn, or 6-button controllers in general, is that you have, on a Sega Genesis 6-button controller, you obviously got 6 buttons on the face. You got A, B, C on the bottom, X, Y, Z up top. When they try to remap them on emulators, if you have it set to 6-button, it'll be buttons A and B line up fine. Like, just picture Xbox controller A and B. Button C will be R, and then it'll be like X, Y, and Z will be like X, Y will be whatever, and then Z will be like L or something like that. And what it leads to is, like, a lot of games, they would use like A, B, and C would be your primary buttons. So that means to jump, you have to press R. So I end up remapping it most of the time. I think the only games it really affects ends up being fighting games. But a lot of those you can remap them anyway. Come on, man. So yeah, so this game, to me, when I saw it, it looked cool. Like, seeing the box looked neat, and then you get in the game, and the game looks like a cartoon. You got that cool animated opening. All you do is throw dudes or bash them like that. That's it. So the thing is that the game, to me, always looked cool, but the game necessarily didn't support how cool the game looked.
Get out of the way! If you're here to steal the bird, you have to get by me first!
But Canadian, I don't know, is completely messed up for some reason. I honestly don't remember really getting hit here. The other game I used to see, I've mentioned this before, was I would see Darkstalkers. I didn't know what the name of the game was. So there's a Darkstalkers cartoon, there's a Street Fighter cartoon that I think everybody knows about. There's a Mortal Kombat cartoon. There's also a Darkstalkers one and Mutant League Football. And Darkstalkers, the cartoon, like, I had seen Morrigan, of course. I was a kid. I had a crush on Morrigan. I'm sure people still do. Morgan's one of Capcom's most like iconic characters. Stupid can't pay the hat. Darkstalkers is not dead or something like that. There we go.
Get away from me, you stupid bird! Quit following me!
The first time it's happened, I've been sitting in this chair and I feel something in the back of my neck. It felt like a mosquito or a spider before. So this level is interesting. You have that gimmick up there where there's like these bat things up top, and they just kind of come throughout the level. The best thing this game has going for it is literally just its visual style. There's not much to really say about the game. It has a really cool looking style. Especially in an era, like, again, like I said before, like, people were really watching a lot of anime. I'm already playing this game for longer than I planned on. I think this is a boss fight. That's no moon. An evil eye. It feels like a Saturn game. There's certain games that have like a certain vibe, but you know what? This feels like it's from this era. Shit. Because he was in the background. Almost victory except for the part where I died. I'm sure I'd love to do that once. I think like once Zero existed, every game was like, man, what if we had a mysterious protagonist or antagonist?
I'm going to find Lita, or die trying. The guy who kidnapped her must have hidden her somewhere. I'll find him and beat the snot out of him. I'll make him tell me where she is. I'll take him and... Will you quit following me, stupid bird? Get out of my way, or I'll have you for dinner.
Like, tell you, man, looking at this game here and like the colors that are in this is just, it takes me back. Like seeing this, it looks so cool. There's some games from back then that just had a style. Of course, the game's going for the anime thing, but again, you didn't really see like color switching like this on, you know, the other like the 16-bit consoles. This is also back when, like, the idea of having a CD-ROM was just, like, crazy. He brought me the damn thing, but it was too late. Evil Eye speedrun. Funny. Alright, I should back out of this. This is one of those games though, man. Like, I just have such fond memories. Does this hurt me? This does. What's up, woman? So I did all that work and I don't think I can save state. I might be able to. Let's see. What was this? Man, the game was super cool. All right, so what that means is I just need to switch what this opens up with. This needs to make sure anytime I open a Sega CD game, I open it with RetroArch. God, I'm so happy I put this game on here. It's the most Jason move ever. It's like, why would I put this game on here? Because it's bad. Oh, maybe I didn't get the ROM right. I have a soft spot for games that are trying stuff. I own this. I gotta remember I have Armored Core. I think that was also part of the reason I was like subconsciously being like, I need to free space up. Yo, let's check this game out. Because this game, in my head, this game is not great. Damn. Alright. Well, whatever. Some of the games work, some of them don't. I know PS1 works. We will go with Tekken 2. No, wait. All right. I was going to say, did I get rid of Tekken 3? I was like, this is also a very Jason move. What would have been even more me is having only Tekken 1 and 2 and not having 3 or any other Tekkens on here at all. Maybe not. We can do this. Oh, this is using, what's it called? No wonder. All right, that means I need to check out my retro achievements thing and see. What account am I logged in under? It's stuck in an endless loop. Let me cut off the ad blocker. Shoot. Damn, retro achievements is messed up right now. All right, well, there's a fix for that, which is what's happening? No, damn it! Come on, just clearly I just chose to close this. I'm gonna go back in here and reset all these things up. All right, so let me make a note. It's PS1. I have all the drivers I need, but it just didn't set up, I guess. PS1. PS2 should be fine. As I said, it would have been funny if I only had Tekken 1 and 2 on here and not this. I don't even know this will load. I forgot. This will work. I played this before on here. Let's drift. It's either having a bad night, man. PS2 controls. So I can't play any of those. PSP should be fine. Doggy. 2600. Let's go with Barnstorming, please. Barnstorming. There you go. Muted. There's that one guy, was it Billy Mitchell, that had also lied about his high score in what was it, like Drag Race or something like that, where he's like, oh yeah, there's a secret way that if you get really good at the game, you can sometimes get the game to detect like a double, like a super quick shift. It turns out that was also fake. Alright, good job. $43 is my record right now. All random. $43. Oops. It's 38 seconds. Come on. 36. Clearly Atari works. I actually, so the funny thing about Atari and the funny thing about it working is that I didn't have it set up before. TurboGrafx might not work. Where's Bonk? Blazing Lasers. If you open the game too fast. So this is the only TurboGrafx game I ever owned. I bought it from up here. I was at a Goodwill in like 2007, 2008, just looking around. I was listening to, there's a podcast that used to be around called Retro Force Go. And I would hear them talk about stuff. This is also, keep in mind, this is back when the Wii was around, and Wii's big thing was they added the Virtual Console. So you could go on there, and even though I had all these ROMs, I had never really touched TurboGrafx. It didn't occur to me. I was like, I got Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, like Sega Genesis, N64, Game Boy, Game Gear, whatever, stuff like that. Even Game Gear I didn't really touch. But they started putting games out for stuff like this, and I remember hearing them talk about Blazing Lasers and how cool of a game that was, and some of the other TurboGrafx 16 stuff. So I'm walking around through this Goodwill, and in their CD section, because it came in it would come in a jewel case, but you would open it up and have a like disc, not a disc, a little cartridge thing in there. I guess a Hue card. And there's a picture of it in here. It was in there for like $4, so I bought it. And I think it's still in this house somewhere. I just don't know where, because I don't know where else it would be at. We have like a storage room that's covered. It's got so much shit in there. I've cleaned it out before, but I'd have to clean it out again and look again. I found a bunch of old Nintendo games I had, but my brother got all of those. Anyway. Bonk. Let's see if this works. Hearing the music is a good sign. Alright, go. It means it's open in the background. So, some of the TurboGrafx can... Jeez. Let's go with 2 button. Some of the TurboGrafx controllers had a turbo button, and this game, you clearly plays a caveman, and your name is Bonk. You got a big head, so you have a big head, so you just bonk stuff with your head. Pretty obvious. There's no running. But this is their competitor for Mario. I think it's alright. The game's pretty cool. The catch with Bonk was later, you know, finding out like, oh, some of the controllers, I think even the official controllers at some point had like turbo built into them. So what that means is, check this out. You can bonk stuff from above. So I got this guy here, right? Watch me bonk him. Come back, I'm gonna bonk you. You can bonk him from above. This also doesn't have that issue that, as you can see, I'm eating stuff. If you play Adventure Island, that's the caveman game where you have to like run and eat food because your life drains constantly. That's kind of how Wonder Boy works. So you also get this. This makes you a little bit more powerful, I guess. The catch with Bonk is that if you use a turbo controller, I'm gonna keep doing this a few more times, so it really hits on how stupid this is. I think I'm invincible right now. Won't matter. I will demonstrate what I was going to say shortly. Because it's one of those things that when you see it, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but whatever. So if you bonk them from above, cool, we'll do that with the next level. Alright. You have an animation of you, like, flipping to hit your head on the ground. So what you can do in Bonk, especially if you use the turbo controller, is you can go, like, and sort of, like, float through a lot of the levels. You can't get, you know, it's not like Mario with his, the cape, but it's still, it's a thing that you can do. Forget about this deal. really stupid. It's really stupid, but it's also, I think it's kind of neat too. The type of stuff that makes people think that like cavemen and humans absolutely around at the same time, or not cavemen and human, cavemen and dinosaurs, sure. Well, who else was driving their cars if it wasn't them? Like, how else did they wash their dishes? But yeah, so that's Bonk. Bonk is pretty cool. I had all these TurboGrafx games in here, and for some reason I didn't download the emulator, so I think I set that up the last time. I spent a lot of time on this thing. What's this called? Night Sabers 2034. So in less than 10 years, in 8 years from now, this is what's going to be going on. So that's good. N64. N64, all I need to do is switch the core. Make a note on that too. And switch the core because of that weird GoldenEye issue. You know what? GoldenEye has an issue. I hate having to use this game to test it, but we're going to go with Superman 64 because that game is covered in green fog. And that fog might appear solid. How do I not have it? I'm pretty sure. I know I have it in here. I have to. That's it.
In short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
Then there's no time to waste.
Have to hurry. I would like somebody out there is probably working on it. I would like to see somebody try to like figure out how to make this game good. It's not great. This is not a great game. It is probably one of the worst games on the N64, but I also like, my biggest thing was I remember renting this game and being like, oh man, it has multiplayer. Like, you know, I played this part and I was like, whatever. This is when the game was new, so there weren't like reviews out for it. but I remember playing the multiplayer and you're like flying around in like carts or something like that. It's super weird. I think if they extended the time limit for this stupid ring part right here, that would help a lot. If you notice, I haven't missed a ring yet, but I have like 20 something seconds left. There we go. If you want to save your friends, solve my maze. It's just this. Lordy. And it's all extra sensitive too. Like this right here, if they told me like, oh, this is like a Pilot Wings minigame, like yeah, sure, this would be art in Pilot Wings. Or this to be Superman, that was the biggest issue. It's like, you did what? You can do anything in Superman, and for some reason you said like, oh, we should fly their rings. Yes, you can fly anywhere, that's cool, but this, you can fly anywhere as long as it's their rings in the correct order or you get penalized. Ish. It was just that one. I think they gave me like a timer too, not a timer, a counter, so I could see how many more rings I have to go. That would help a lot. But just going and be like, alright, am I almost done? Everything from that Superman movie from last summer is when Lex Luthor starts giving his speech about like why he did what he did, and I think Crypto just comes in and just starts like destroying him. I'm just like, oh, this is great because it doesn't matter. Whatever. Yep. Game is still not great. It turns out Superman 64 does not get better with age. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10 though. This is something. Surprised they don't have any pictures. See, up to 4 players simultaneously, 2 multiplayer modes. They don't show it. So N64 is fine except for the core. GameCube should be okay. This was not this specific game, but Transworld Surf was the game that finally got me to understand how surfing worked, like what they're doing. So I feel like in the 90s, like in the 80s and 90s, the idea of surfing was cool, but I lived on the west or the east coast, so it's not really, especially in Georgia, it's not like people down here surf. Skating wasn't huge either. So when skating starts to blow up, I was like, dude, what's up with surfing? What is it? Like, what's up with all the hang 10 stuff? And you would see cartoons, you know, somebody's just standing on a surfboard in the water. It's like, that looks cool, but I don't understand what's going on. And then getting into skating, playing this game, and then getting into skating, and then finding out like how a half pipe works and pumping, and then hearing people talk about, you know, it was called sidewalk surfing originally or whatever. And understanding how pumping works, especially in like a pool or even a half pipe. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. You're essentially just like pumping the entire time you're surfing, pumping and carving. to get speed. I might need to switch this too. Pretty sure this is using Dolphin, which Dolphin, of course, is great. I remember getting into an argument with a friend a long time ago. Back when GameCube and N64 and like PS2 emulation were like starting. Where he was like, dude, you'll never be able to emulate GameCube games. Like, you'll be lucky if you can emulate N64 games perfectly. And he said, like, oh, PS2 games will never happen. And I remember, I believe what happened was, it was a person that was working for AMD. I think she, like, quit or something like that. And when she quit, she joined the Dolphin, because I think Dolphin was open source, joined the project. And in that time frame, like once she was there, she saw all these like gaps and stuff that they were doing, and like just made these huge leaps. So like at the time, PS2 and GameCube were barely working, and all of a sudden GameCube started getting better and better and better and better. Super cool. Oh, Huntington Beach. What is G-Land? What is that? It's like, well, maybe we should figure out a way to go to Australia one day. I can't believe it circles around the globe to go over here. It's just like off the coast of Tasmania or something. Kira Point.
Timmy Kearns from Oxnard, California, and this man has made a name. Corey Lopez, one of them. A quiet rule from Hawaii. Taj Burrow from the west coast of Australia, but from the Garden Island. This sister ain't scared. It's Rochelle Ballard. Dr. Smooth himself, Shane Dorian from NorCal, represented here, Sean. Perhaps one of the most flowing surfers on the planet, Rat Boy from San. Back in the Timmy.
Who has the highest paddling stat? His is not bad. His is up there. So is his. Right there. Taj. Hers is pretty good. They have the same.
Known for it. Chris Ward from San.
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
Yeah, to remove the controls. Again, I'm using Xbox. I'm using. This is the ePit
Welcome to
controller.
4 Point here in San Francisco. The waves this
Which
afternoon.
is
It's
Xbox,
fun.
Nintendo,
like
whatever.
Head high sets, cold water.
How about you, little surfer boy?
We're just waiting until it's on here. We're gonna drop it. Let's see. Alright. Tail grab. I think I actually, so my cousin just out of the blue, I think because she used to, when I was younger, she used to love the idea of swimming in games. The fact that this game wasn't swimming, but the fact that you could swim, that you kind of like paddle up to a wave. She thought that was the coolest thing. It's so hard to control that.
I don't mind picking you up.
Not bad. Alright, we'll do one more. Let's go back on here. Alright, we're good. Before I get my stream muted because of copyright music, I don't even know what band that is. This is the most 2003 era band. What is this from? No information. 2003. How accurate? All right, GameCube is fine. Wii? Does this work? I need to. I'm sorry. I got the only game that matters. I need to get more games in here too. I just don't know what to put in here. I mean, you know, Wii Sports is popular, but everything I can think of that's on the Wii that's like cool is either on PC or it's something, or needs motion controls, like Wii Sports. Like figuring out a way to play Wii Sports with a controller that doesn't have motion control, it's a thing you could do. Why would you? Because then you could just play a better sports game. The motion controls is what made the game what it is. Terminator 2D. Oh, the game is so good. I thought I owned it on here. I thought I owned it on PC. Let's go. I need to get back into fighting games, man. I've been in such a fighting game slump for the past like 2 years. Let's say a year and a half, since like right before City of the Wolves came out. I was just kind of like, yeah. It's more so just like time. It's not even time, because again, one of the things I talk about with fighting games is that they're really easy to pick up and play. Like you can pick them up, learn them, play them if you want to, put them down, hop in and out of matches. It's fine. But it's more like, I don't know, something else that it's not really been hitting with me. I guess it's also the space that they take up. Hold on.
Nothing's gonna stop you and me from getting to where we wanna while this beat is kicking. You know that you're my kindred spirit. Fly with me, JC, and put you to the limit.
You used to hide behind another face. At first I didn't understand, but then I saw in you a kindred spirit. I called your name and held out my hand.
side, we'll survive, never die. Now you feeling my flow, know what I mean? No doubt that you feel it like I do. Don't let a chance like this pass by you. I'll combo like you and me is meant to be. Fly across the board. The perfect combo, you and me, can you see? Come on, let's fly across the border. Perfect combo, you and me, baby. Come on, let's fly across the border. If we try side by side, we'll survive, never die. Fly across the border.
See. So this is the first game. We can call it series. You can call it the Versus series. This is when they switched all the controls to what it is now. So you had classic Street Fighter games which still use 6 buttons. Darkstalkers, whatever, all their games use 6 buttons. When you get to the Versus series, they all use 6 buttons. 3 punches, 3 kicks. You hit Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they switch it to 2 punches, 2 kicks, and 2 assist buttons. Because it's a 3-person tag game. When it hits this and forward, actually no, this and MVC3, it is, I'll show you. So instead of having two punches, 2 kicks, or anything like that, you have light, medium, heavy, and then you have a launcher usually. And there's like an assist button. I used to do this right here, so when I was trying to figure out the control for games, I would set it like this. So then I have to figure out what everything was. This is A. Yes, I guess I just Let's do a match or two.
Select your heroes.
I don't know. I've never really played this game much. It's always safe. Buttons level?
私にならない？
Ew. Sorry. Downboard is the way this game works, the way the formula works in the game used is I'm gonna say as you play it more, it builds up more of the shaders so that you can get moves. Just has to seem for the first time after that it'll be
いつでも来い。カース、前。前気を出せ。
Left you hold the button down and They have good color, but you can barely tell. Wii is fine. Not that I have Wii games, but the Wii is fine. I'm sure Wii U would be another struggle. I mean, I might put, what's it called in here? Breath of the Wild. I don't think Sega CD works. Sega CD is the other one. Okay. Well, it's almost 1 o'clock, so I guess I'll go ahead and tap out now and start working on stuff. Blah. If only I was off on Monday too. Can't be out Monday though. Alright. Anyway. I guess I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by and peace. Have a good night. Don't forget to bundle up. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Please do not let them